our pleasure welcoming Kings analyst Daryl Evans, kind enough to join us. Kings with a big shutout win last night over the San Jose Sharks, setting the tone really for what could be a very nice little run once again for the Kings.
Yeah, it really is. I think when you look at the Kings, the first round series against the St. Louis Blues was a very difficult series for them. It was a very physical series, and it took their toll on them. It ends up going 6 games. The Kings lost the first 2 games, but I think they showed a lot battling back last night against a division rival in San Jose. Again, another physical series, but I think when you look at San Jose, they've got a lot of skill, a lot of top-end players, and I thought the Kings did a great job containing them, especially with their goaltender, Jonathan Quick.
You know, going into this series, there were some similarities between San Jose and the Kings of last year. I mean, they kind of rolled through Vancouver last year and thought, in the first round, I should say, sweeping them. Kings had to battle through St. Louis. Very difficult matchup between these two teams. And Jonathan Quick, as you pointed out, 35 saves last night, a guy that you want to get hot in the postseason.
Yeah, he's getting hot at the right time. Jonathan Quick, just prior to the postseason, his last 7 or 8 starts, he did a great job getting his game to a level. And right now, he's the type of goaltender. He was exactly what he looked like last year when he won the Conn Smythe, the most valuable player in the postseason. Everything that is coming at him, he's like a big sponge out there. Everything is hitting him. It is sticking to him. The players in front of him, the confidence they have when Jonathan Quick is playing at that level, they know that if they do give up opportunities, the save is going to be made. He's got that swagger about him right now. A very confident goaltender, and the Kings' record reflects it now, having won the last 5 games in the postseason.
Now, you guys have a home ice advantage, of course, the first time since 1992. How does that play into the Kings and in this matchup with San Jose?
Well, I think it's something that you like to do every once a century, that you want to do that. And
once a century.
It's been a long time, and especially for this group of players, none of those guys were around back then. But having that home ice, especially when you look at the Kings this year, they had a league-high 19 wins on home ice. That was the best in the National Hockey League, a franchise best for winning percentage. So you want to play on home ice, and you got veteran players. Mike Richards does a great job last night setting up Slava Voinov. He just unloads with the shot, overpowering Antiniemi over his right shoulder. That proves to be the game winner. The Kings go on a little bit later in the second period again with Slava Voinov. He picks up the puck, directs it at the net. It ends up going off of Mike Richards. But Slava Voinov, a young player, he's got 3 goals already in the postseason. All 3 of his goals are game-winning goals, so contributions from everybody, solid goaltending. Quick's already got a couple of shutouts. This team is now starting to take form like they did last year.
Daryl, let me ask you a little bit about, because of the condensed schedule, will there be an effect on any of these teams, specifically the Kings in the postseason?
Well, I think it has an effect on everybody. It's going to take your wear and tear on it. Everybody is beat up, so I think a playing field is even. From the standpoint now in the second round with the Kings playing against San Jose, travel gets cut back a little bit. Would have been great if it was Anaheim, would have been even a little closer. But I think that'll help a lot instead of having to go coast to coast, maybe playing a team like Chicago or Detroit out there. I think that'll give the Kings a little bit more longevity in the playoffs. But everybody's banged up. I think at this stage of the game, you're playing 48 games in 100 days in a regular season. There's not a lot of practice time, so now it's managing your body, getting the proper rest and proper nutrition. The team that's going to be able to survive health-wise is going to go a long way.
It seemed like it affected the Ducks a little bit watching Game 7 on Sunday at the Pond, but I should say the Honda Center. It'll always be the Pond. What do you know? Game 2 tomorrow night, and be sure to tune in to Prime Ticket after the ball game or after that hockey match to see this guy right here with the shiny suit. He looks great, and he will break it down once again on Prime Ticket tomorrow night. The game's at 7 o'clock.